So, okay, before we get into Bitcoin, there is a drop in altcoins and Bitcoin in particular, but we've kind of already recovered some. But the point is, a lot of coins are down double digit, right? Even Bitcoin was down double digit at a point, but it has already recovered a little bit. But anyway, I don't think this conflict is going to drag on too much longer. The Israel-Iran conflict. The reason why I said that was because when uh, Iran said that it wanted to retaliate against what happened at the embassy in Lebanon, for some reason, right? It was announced for like for a window of 24 to 48 hours that a retaliatory attack is going to happen. And I kid you not, the countries right between Iran and Israel. Okay, this is something which I actually got from. If you have not read this book yet, right, Unknown Market Wizards, right? It's by Jack Schwager, right? And you can, the best traders you've never heard of, and how they find information and get an edge before making a decision, right? So anyway, going back to over here, okay, Flight Radar 24 is an live air traffic of all the planes in the world, commercial airlines, right? And again, let's go to the Mid East. Okay, so this is where Iran is, right? This is where Israel is, right? And when the announcement was made that for the 24 and 48 hour window that they're going to retaliate, they actually did retaliate. There were like hundreds of rockets being sent across. There were, I don't know how many hundreds of suicide drones as well being sent across. Right? You can read this from the news, right? You don't need to, you can always verify what I'm saying. And there was quite a lot of rockets and, attack, right? I would say from Iran is in response to what happened in Lebanon. And to be honest, right, I feel like this is it. I don't think it's going to escalate any further. Two reasons why. First reason is because Israel got what they want, and Iran, the leaders of Iran also managed to save face, right? They managed to kind of, puff off their chest, saying that we are not someone to be messed with, and they, sent a barrage of rockets in, and Israel responded pretty good, I would say, and nobody died. So I feel like both sides kind of got what they need or want, and that's it. I think that's it. Sure, somewhere down the line, there could be another spark of something else, but for this particular response from Iran, right, to Israel, I think this is it, right? I think there's like one person who died. Is it or zero? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think many people died because of this. And that was reason number one. Reason number two is because you can see from Flight Radar, right, all the Emirates flights and all the Qatar flights were running through here, you see. They were all running through here. And no one was running past Iraq or even, Jordan or Syria. No one was running through here, right? This was like, you can see that it's just devoid of any commercial movements, right? And so, they were going through Saudi and Egypt to go to Europe. So, and now you can see the Middle Eastern airlines, right, like Qatar. I think I saw it this morning. You broke. Okay, I have to click this. Right, UAE. See, Emirates is already flying through here. Flying through Iraq, right? It's going past the line, right? If Israel were to retaliate, Israel will make an announcement as well, and you will see this being empty. You see, but it's not. Commercial flights have already resumed, and you can see this as proof that Emirates is flying through. You can also see, I think Qatar Airways is also flying through. They're going to London through Iraq, between Iran and Israel. So for these two reasons, right, I think this is it. I don't think this will lead into World War III. I don't think so. It could, but I don't think so, right? There's a lot of negativity, a lot of hype, not say hype, sensationalism. Correct, that's the word. There's a lot of sensationalism. You can see it in news media, you can see it on Twitter. But I think this is it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not a military general or something. But my point is, I think this is it. So because of that, I think Bitcoin will eventually resume the move towards the upside. Okay, the reason why I would also say that Bitcoin would eventually resume towards its upside is because if you look at the monthly candlesticks, right? Let's just turn off everything. If you look at the monthly candlesticks, we are still within the boundaries of March, right? But at what point will we consider that things could be switching bearish, right? It's when things are, when there's an engulfing, right? For example, when we close below March's low here, the open of March. If we close below it, we have about 15 days to go. Today's the 15th of April. Then yes, I will consider this as potentially a reversal. Potentially, right? No guarantees, but potentially. Over here, we got an evening star, right? BTC over here, way back in 2021, right? In May 2021, we got an evening star, and so this was close to the end of the run, right? The top over here was like 65,000. We rose just a little bit to 69, and then that's it. We're down, right? And after that, we got a morning star again, and then we continue higher. And there's no bearish engulfing for Bitcoin on the monthly. Weekly seems a little bit messy, right? But even for the weekly for Bitcoin, we are still above, right? The March's 4th of March's opening. We have not closed under it yet. Could we? Yeah, sure, of course we could. But we're still above this, right? We're still above 63,000. I'm not saying we can't go any lower, but even if you were to go lower, I suspect there will be buying pressure to push the price higher, right? So overall, I still think that Bitcoin is bullish, and I still think that Bitcoin is going to head higher. I don't think it's going to be collapsing anytime soon, right? A good example would be to look at the move over here, way back in December, right? This was the open of the weekly. We never closed under it. We just kind of mucked around it, right? So I would expect the same thing over here. Anyway, going down to the daily, right? It looks very scary, right? Our targets are 76,000 and 83,000. We're gonna have to remove it. The reason being, we have already invalidated these lows. You see? Okay, wait. I should use this. We've already took up these lows. We've set these lows and we've set these lows. So have we? Yeah, we set these two lows, and that's it. We'll consider this as invalidated. Sure, we are aware that there's potentially more upside, coming, but we're going to consider this as invalidated for now, right? The chart pattern just really isn't that clear yet. We could still drop a little bit lower, sweep these lows, right? But to me, it's very important that we don't take out the opening of March, which is around 61,000. We have 15 days to do whatever we want, but we have to stay above 61,000. Right now, we're at 65,000. It wouldn't surprise me if we could just slowly crawl our way up, right? Something like this could happen as well. So we're gonna have to wait and see how it goes, right? And the halving is coming. So everything is still pointing bullish to me, right? Geopolitical wise, I feel that we're gonna get some stability. Technical wise, I still think that we're still above the skinny pink line on the daily. As long as we're above the skinny pink line, we remain with a bullish bias for Bitcoin. And as long as Bitcoin is not collapsing, altcoins are going to eventually rise as well, right? We might just see some Bitcoin strength first before the next round of rise from the altcoins. So yeah. Anyway, I still expect us to go towards close to 90,000. Right now we're at only 65,000, so that's still another 25,000 more to go towards 90,000. I'm not too sure if we're going to be breaking 100k. We have 3 targets, but we'll talk about target 1 first, which is 90k. So yeah, again, if we were to even consider a trade for Bitcoin, we will have to wait for something clearer first, right? For now, it is just not that obvious yet. So yeah, that's our take for Bitcoin. See, even on daily as well, you can see that this was a bearish engulfing. Right, it closed under the open. That's it. We dropped. Do you see any reversal bullish engulfing? No. So as I was saying, we could still drop lower. But even if you drop lower, I would expect us to reverse back up towards 61k. Above 61k. It's very important that we close above 61k for Bitcoin. So that's my take for Bitcoin. It's very, very important that we close above 61k, because if we close under 61k on the monthly, it will become a bearish engulfing, and that's not good. So we don't want a bearish engulfing. We want it to just, range here. Just go sideways, do nothing but go sideways. You can drop, but hopefully it's a lightning recovery. So yeah, again, I still think there's more upside to come for Bitcoin.